Today, we do have one presentation. These items don't really require board action, but are good for the public to be informed. And today we have Matt Nichols, our road supervisor from Road and Bridge, here to present today. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Matt Nichols, road supervisor for Road and Bridge. I'm going to set myself a timer because I have been known to go long on these things, so bear with me.
It's all right. It's been known to happen.
All right, so Road and Bridge Department, start with an overview. Who we are, we're 51 different employees over 4 different departments and admin. We have 11 in District A, 12 in District B, 9 in District C, 14 in construction, 5 of us in the office. Together, we make up 560 combined years of service for Mesa County. Pictured here is Mike Doinyard. A month ago, he just celebrated his 42nd year of service with Mesa County. And then last month, we had Lincoln Crawford retire 1 month into his 40th year of service with Mesa County. So a lot of longtime employees that have a lot of very valuable knowledge. District breakdown. Here at Mesa County, we have District A. This is going to take up the Appleton, Fruita Loma Mac area as well as Glade Park. District B takes up Whitewater, Gateway, Palisade, some of the Grand Junction, Fruitvale area. And then District C is the Plateau Valley, Mesa, Molina, Coburn, and DeBeck area, as well as the top of the Grand Mesa. What we take care of over at Road and Bridge, we have 1,440 center line miles. That's if we went through and painted a yellow stripe down the middle of every road and measured it. That makes up 716, I should say center line miles of paved roads and 722 center lane miles of unpaved roads. Of course, we have more lane miles because each center lane mile on a 2-lane road is going to equal 2. And then if you have Patterson, we actually count that as 4 there. So 6,000 plus culverts and growing. I say growing because with our new asset management program, we're creating ways of going out and actually inventorying and bringing in new culverts. We had an intern for a little while, and he was able to inspect over 2,000 structures, and in that was bringing in more culverts and structures as well. 292 cattle guards, 349 plus guardrails and growing, and again growing because our locate coordinator, as one of our admin personnel, we actually have her doing the first ever guardrail inventory for us. So starting to actually get a good grasp on what we have there. 28 retaining walls, 110 major bridges and 58 minor bridges. And those structures, really we partner with engineering to take care of. So Laura Page will cover those really well with her presentation. So I'll leave that to her. Road maintenance, paved versus unpaved. On our paved roads, do a lot of pothole patching, shoulder pulling, and established drainage. That's bread and butter maintenance right there. Keep the water off the road. Hot mix patching, we're right in the middle of that right now. Crack sealing, we do that in the colder seasons, and then sweeping. On the unpaved roads, be out blading, trying to keep a smooth, comfortable ride for everybody on gravel roads. Again, shoulder pulling and established drainage. And then dust control. This year we did both mag and earth bind. We actually treated over 80 miles of roads for dust control this year. The construction division, they're responsible for culverts, cattle guards, guardrails, low water crossings, and bridges. A lot of the time they're cleaning or replacing those, sometimes install. And then bridges, we step in when the work is more minor. We'll do redecks, create walls and footers if we have bad scour under those. They'll do sandblasting and repainting, really protect that structure and try to preserve it before it has to get to that reconstruct phase, which then will go back to engineering. Some other fun things that construction division gets to do. We have a masticating head purchased by the Sheriff's Department that goes on one of our excavators. So we do a lot of masticating. Trash removal. We use the jail crew for that. Jet rodding. We'll jet rod utilities, jet rod pipes. Then we also help out some of our sewer district. We have been doing some parking lots, as you guys know, in Clifton And then again, at the bottom, support the sheriff's department. We're doing a big operation with them right now. So what our year looks like, winter months, always plowing. District C, it seems that you never catch a break from plowing somewhere. Lots of tree trimming, culvert and bridge replacements for structures that usually have water in them. Springtime, random snow events we'll take care of, and then crack seal. While those cracks are good and wide, because the asphalt is cold, so it's shrank, we'll get in there and get those. Do a lot of dust control application ahead of the summer, and then try to do some gravel road resurfacing. This year we did a really cool project in District C, and we were able to resurface almost a dozen roads, completely 4 inches of new gravel, and whole ditches, just really reestablish that road prism. It's a cool project. I'm anxious to see it grow. Summer months, we finish dust control as we have water available. Here in Western Colorado, water is difficult. So if we don't get it magged early, it's probably not getting magged later on. Blade where and when possible. I'm sure you get the phone calls of things being bladed. We're very fortunate right now with the water that we have. The crews are out blading like crazy. Hot mix patching while it's good and hot, and then in-house chip and seal program. This year we did not have that. Hopefully next year we get to pick it back up. Culvert and bridge rehab in the high elevations. We wait for the snow to leave so we can go up there. The guys love this time of year. They get in the forest, and then mowing weeds down here in the valley floor. Fall time, start again on that crack seal when the cracks are good and open and dry. Blading the roads one last time before winter. Pull some ditches. This is our last chance to make sure that the snow melt gets into the ditches and not stay on the road. And then we'll start mixing salt sand for our winter storm events. Make sure I'm good on time. There we go. Something new to us as of November 2022 is Cartograph. Cartograph is an asset management program that Public Works has taken on at Road and Bridge. We utilize this every day to start tracking our time, material, manpower, equipment time, to know exactly what we spent on each task that we do, or, you know, each asset, know how valuable it is. I don't want to get too in depth because Laura will be talking about this with the asset management program and engineering, but I want to talk about why we use it at Road and Bridge. I included a photo here. This is PCI scores of the whole valley, and blue being PCI scores of 90 and greater, and then down that line is 80 and greater, 70, 60, and then finally is 50 and below. How I use this is to know when to predict we're going to have an issue, or when to predict when we need to go do a surface treatment. So the blue roads, 90 and above, these are very easy roads to go and crack and seal. They have crack seal. They have very few cracks on them. Our guys can do it quick. They can have fun at it. It's not one of those real time-consuming projects that you feel like you got nowhere. So this coming year, we're actually changing up our program. Instead of our crews primarily focusing on roads ahead of chip and seal, they're going to be able to catch these roads before they deteriorate. It's going to make our crews move fast. You're going to see results. The community is going to see results. So we can grab all those roads. The green roads, we know that, hey, these ones are getting a little bit older. We can start lining them up for slurry seal. So we'll start making sure the drainage is good. Be able to go in, trim trees back, keep it open and clear for those surface treatments. But then we know if we get down into the black roads, probably going to be working with the engineering division to plan a reconstruct or a major surface seal of some sort. So we can go in there and do culvert, reconstruct, make sure the bridges are good, make sure our outside assets are good and in good, ready condition for a reconstruct. So good information here. I think that the amount of work we get done has increased because of what we see here. It also helps the guys have some motivation. They see their network, and it literally crack and seal adds 5 points to our PCI. When they go and crack seal a road and they finish that task in Cartograph, they can watch the PCI grow, and the morale with the crews is really high when they see that they hit 5 roads and they increased it. I should have included it on my homepage, 3 bars, and it's the average PCI score of each different district, and they're all in competition trying to have the highest PCI, and crack seal is the easiest way for those guys to try to increase that. But something cool, I wanted you guys to see a snapshot before Laura's presentation, and you can deep dive into it at that point. Finally, the last point is where the money comes from for road and bridge. We're funded by HUTF dollars. It's Highway Users Tax Fund. Included in that is some title and registration and different fees, court fees. That's all collected by the state Department of Revenue, and then we input our HUTF report. That's what I bring to the board each February. That talks about each mile that we maintain. The state also takes in account the bridge deck square footage. All that goes to the Department of Transportation data. They break it down into some really cool algorithms that I'm not even going to attempt to know. But anyway, it comes out to first stream and second stream funding. The first stream goes to the port of entry, of course, and then CDOT and then counties, and that's where we are. You can see at the bottom. I did include the 23-24 forecast for revenue there. It is accurate for what we're seeing. I think the report that Commissioner Davis, you had sent to us earlier this year, it is following it really well. So good to know our revenue stream is solid and appears to be growing. So with that, I'm right at 11 minutes. If you guys have any questions.
Thank you, Matt.
Yep.
Commissioner Davis, do you have any comments?
Yeah, you guys do a great job. I know most of the comments we get from the public are just identifying potholes and the roads that aren't working. But like you said, we've got close to 3,000 lane miles of road in Mesa County. Half of those are dirt roads, and they deteriorate really quick. We're a rural county. We're not like, Arapahoe or Jefferson County, who's all asphalted roads, kind of easier to manage. So with the amount of roads you guys have, you guys do a phenomenal job. I think we're the third or fourth biggest county geographically in the state of Colorado, and we're rural. So wonderful job. We work with the BLM, the National Forest, municipalities, everything to make sure all the road systems work. Is it perfect? No, but you guys are doing a great job. Appreciate your presentation this morning.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Matt. Last night I was on the phone with Janie Van Winkle. She just coming off the mountain, taking care of her cows. She had a 3-day stint and she said, just tell Matt, he's doing a great job with road and bridge. Those roads are nicely bladed and I really appreciate it. So
Appreciate
I told her I'd share that with you.
it. Thank you.
Thank you.